Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a transformation video for Journey. It's been exactly 6 months since I got her. I just wanted to show how much she's improved over those 6 months. Okay, so this is my first time ever riding her. You can see she's really defensive of the bit. Super soft in the mouth, almost too soft at this point, where she doesn't accept any contact. I was just riding her really soft in these, trying to get a feel for what her natural state was. This is a video of my first time riding her on trial at a new boarding facility. You can see here again, she's just super defensive of the bit, doesn't have a very regular trot, not consistent anywhere, so there's a lot of work that needs to be done. This is during my third ride on trial, and we're still having the same issues with very little progress. So I decided at the end of the ride that I was going to take the bridle off and just see what happened. She's a really sensitive horse. That was a little bit sketchy, not gonna lie. But I was actually really surprised with how well she handled it. She really picked up on the neck rope really easily. Okay, so this is the first time we start to see her accepting the bridle a bit more. It's only a few steps at a time, but it was a huge breakthrough for her. Okay, so this was my first real jump ride on her, and man, she is not very coordinated, so it has taken quite a while to help her find her striding. Even to this day, she struggles with this. After a week of being on trial, I had her going around tackless very confidently, and like I said before, she really likes the tackless. This is a photo of her one weekend. You can see she doesn't have muscle, but she's already starting to look a little bit more shiny and a little more fit. So this was hours before I bought her. I just hauled her down to my barn I work at, and let's just say she was awful. She was so nervous at the new barn. She was flinging her head up everywhere. I could hardly steer. And, I still decided to buy her. This was a few days after I bought her. You can see she's getting a lot more confident with her striding and with her jump. Definitely getting a lot more comfortable with the new barn. Okay, so things were going really great, and then we had a little bit of a bump in the road where she had some issues in her canter. I don't know what it was, but just for a few months, she just was not wanting to canter normally. She just wanted to gallop. She wasn't taking off, would just get heavy and then fling her head up and then would have no steering. It It would not come down nicely and would not go into the canter nicely. She'd flip her lead on me. So I did a lot of the basics in the canter work. We would just do a few strides at a time, take it back down a few notches, and she very slowly came out of it. But now we've got a nice canter, so that's all that matters. This was her first time schooling off property, and she actually really surprised me here. I thought she was going to be a train wreck because when she came to my barn for the first time, she was a wreck. But she handled this place so nicely. She was so calm and so relaxed. This is when she was just coming out of that canter issue phase, and you can see I was just asking for a few strides at a time. They were super tense strides, but at least she wasn't taking off and we had some steering. So this was her first show. You can see she goes around really, really calmly. Yeah, she handled it really nicely. So this was my first time introducing some extension work, and we played around with some lateral work. You can see she's really starting to get that swing in her hind legs, getting looser through her back. Definitely not consistent yet, but you can kind of see hints of what we're working on. Here's Journey's first time out in cross country, and man, she was a complete beast. She just jumped everything like she'd been doing it her entire life. She loves her cross country. Of course, right before her second show, the temperature dropped a ton and it was pouring rain for most of the show and it was really cold. She was really frisky, but considering how green she is and that this was her second show ever, she handled it really nicely. Okay, so this is 6 months into her training and she is a completely different horse now. She is super consistent in the contact, really reaching with those front legs. She's getting really nice swing through her hind end, super soft in the canter departs, transitions. Really, she just makes me so happy with how much she's improved.